So in some point in time you realize, that too tight structures do not fit you well, and that you struggle. And before the struggle becomes bigger, you just decide, to change. So I think you feel it that, you can do more, and you can develop your potential more in a different structure.
Yeah.
Nowadays, definitely the business area, the possibilities that are given within the startup scene are way bigger, and people would be looking for individuals who want to do more, who want to develop themselves more. Back then it was not, that common that people would go to a startup.
You also left Austria at some point. You were probably also searching for something else. When did you decide to come back, and was the startup ecosystem mature enough?
Yeah.
When was that?
I came back for personal reasons. So yes, I left Austria, but I came back for personal reasons. I just, we got the kid, and so excuses were over.
It's a great reason.
It's a good reason. Yes, that's what I thought too. And
then you finally became a grown-up.
Exactly. Welcome to life, right? Welcome to adulthood. So yes, I came back, and back then, Austria. It was the early 2010s something.
Okay.
And back then there were no startups. Like probably there were also startups back then, but it was not visible, right? They did not have a face in the economy or a voice. So I was not aware of the possibilities that were given back there.
I'm trying to remember when was the first Pioneers Festival, because I remember being here 2014, and I was already part of this hype. I wanted to do a startup myself. I was super inspired by the environment at Pioneers Festival, so it must have been like the second maybe or the third event. So it was around that time that the startup gene started infecting us.
Yeah, right. So to be honest, I mean, the Pioneers Festival was an enormous booster for everybody, and for the startup scene specifically. Yeah. Right. So thank you, Andreas.
Yes.
For bringing that on.
Great impact.
Great impact. Great impact. And a more important impact because it brought it on the table, right? It put the startups on the map in Austria. So, however, I was working for a very successful company back then called Gartner, an American, very famous brand that is dealing with IT advisory, technical digital advisory. We were consulting back then very big companies and CIOs, Chief Information Officers, on their digital journey and supporting them by becoming smarter doing so. But it was very much clear, and this is also leads us also to weXelerate journey, very much clear that digitalization, value from technology will not remain with the CIO, right? Will not remain with the CIO. It will become more business topic, not an IT topic. Back then it was the IT topic, right?
Oh yeah. I remember this fallacy. Yeah. Okay.
So the CIO was tasked basically with everything that is something to do with computers, right?
Including the printers.
Right. Exactly. So the mouse doesn't work. You call someone from the IT, right? This was IT. And back then the IT was regarded as a unit that keeps the lights on, as we say. It's like the canteen, sorry to do the comparison, like the canteen, right? You have no idea who works there, if they do, you have no idea about the canteen, as long as at 12 o'clock the lunch is ready. As long as it's ready, you have no idea who that actually
12
is.
is too late. I mean, I've seen...
Okay, I'm sorry, I agree, okay. 11:30, okay?
I've been working for a corporation myself, and I know at 11 it's already my side.
12 o'clock is already, afternoon coffee. Okay, so it's but it had the same role, right? Yeah. Nobody cares as long as they do their job. So nobody cares as long as my emails are coming in. I don't care who the IT is, right? Because I do business. I'm important. IT just please support me with the needs I need to have to deal with my job, right? This is the same role, right? And it developed though, right? It became more business oriented. So the question evolved from, yes, please make sure that our emails are coming through, that we're not infected with virus, IT security, that the hardware and the software works, and thank you very much. Please go back to your office and don't ever talk to me again unless I need you. Right? This was the role of the IT. I mean, let's face it.
Indeed.
Like, you don't understand me, I don't understand you, and that's okay, right?
We live on different planets.
Different planet, different language. It's okay. You do you. And but it dramatically evolved. Why? Because IT moved from being very heavy-weighted. Developers need to work 3 years, 50 developers until something is produced. Moved to something very light-weighted over time, right? And people started to think about, okay, so how can I make use of all that technology for my business? And then they went over to CIO and said, hey, I did see that there is a new CRM that allows me to be mobile too. We're talking like 20, whatever, 10. And I said, yes, but it will need, us to develop a mobile app. We have no idea how to do that. We'll need to work with our suppliers and it will take 5 years. So thank you very much for bringing up the idea. We'll talk to you when it's ready. Exactly. So people became more and more impatient. And my role back then was to support the CIOs to understand what are the business needs, how can we support business, talk business.
So you were a translator of the business units, of the business people to the CIOs, in a sense.
I would say more that I would be a consulting, supporting, coaching CIOs to understand how their future world would look like, because CIOs used to be developers who just grown up the chain, right? And they became then head of department, then head of unit, and head of whatever. And at some point they say, yeah, you look smart. Let's please be our CIO.
I get
right?
it. Okay.
They had no idea about business, like the canteen people, right?
And most probably also leadership and management.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's just management of a unit. It could be a grocery shop. It could be a retailer. It could be whatever. It's just IT. Right? Okay. So this was the origin. So it became very clear that IT will become more and more relevant from the business perspective. It will outgrow the CIO in some point in time. People will not wait for IT to be ready.
It's so interesting for you to share, this kind of reflection, because nowadays this is like self-explanatory. I mean, we kind of like, live it, and if you say that on a panel discussion, it will be duh. But back then it wasn't clear.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was not. No. And people were thinking, okay, so perhaps the CIO will grow from his position to be chief digital officer or chief digital revenue officer or whatever it is, right? Like covering more the digital spin of the business. Back then, anticipating that some portions of it will become more digital than they are today.
And if you're just as passionate about innovation as we are, hit subscribe for the Recursive Podcast on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. We're everywhere.